Oh, hey. Fancy seeing you here. Ah, on a night like tonight, you know what I want to talk about? Sodomy. Um, let's get really candid here. For the past 2 months or so, 3 months, November, I've been going to colonics, which is where someone puts uh, their hand up they put a tube up your nether regions, and um, through that said vessel, um, is I don't know. They just told me to close my eyes and not question it. Again, not true. It's water. It's pressurized water, and it is basically gently, just massaging. It's knocking all the gunk off of your gut wall, and so I have been doing a what I believe to be a super healthy, sexy, ingenious, widely regarded as a great idea diet, and for 2 years now, which is a diet high of predominantly raw fruits and some raw vegetables and occasionally some cooked food here and there, but it's a vegan diet. What's up? Um, and I've done many fasts, juice fasts. I've taken many herbs targeted towards my colon. I had terrible, terrible colon pain for many years. It used to keep me out of school. I would use it as an excuse to not go to school, but it was a valid excuse nonetheless. And um, it really was a horribly exacerbated condition. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, and it really does affect your entire body. It definitely affects your moods, and you can't have butterflies in your stomach if your stomach is dead. So none of this really subsided. The pain kind of went away with the diet, but I always had lingering feelings in my gut, in my colon, that would pop up randomly, just depending on what my body was trying to do in that period of time. And in starting to do these colonics, I haven't taken any videos, um, because I'm kind of a little bit preoccupied, and it's not pleasant. It's not necessarily unpleasant. I need to hear a bit more personal accounts, um, but in my recent discovery, or just speaking with other people, in cleaning your colon, you really allow your body, especially your upper body and your head, to drain. Now, I've heard theories about somehow the nervous systems are intricately connected, and if one is suppressed, the other is not capable of efficiently doing what it needs to do. And I guess in regards to that, that'd be cleaning itself out from lymphatic waste in the lymphatic system. West Virginia University just a few years ago confirmed that was real, but people have known for thousands of years apparently that it was real. I don't need to ask. I'm pretty positive it's real. Um, and I've also heard that because it's one of the first things that's made in the embryo when you're being turned in from a tiny sack into a beautiful boy, or girl, is the anus. I believe is the first thing that's made, and then it goes up and up and up until your brain is made. I'm pretty sure the anus is the first thing that's made. So, you know, started from the bottom. Oh, Drake. Why would I ever bring Drake into this? The real Drake is Nick Drake. You should look him up because he's fantastic. Um, but in my experience, I've done probably around 25 colonics as of now. And you'd think that's a bit much, right? You'd think maybe 5 colonics would be enough to clean the colon. But no, I mean, the colon is, I believe, 8 feet long, maybe 11 feet long, and let's do some research together. This really shows how prepared I am. I'm gonna go 8. 8 to 10. Guess who's on point? And the small intestine can be anywhere from 28 to 30 feet. It depends on your body size and your gender, of course. Sorry for ruining the close-up. But that's a lot of feet of colon and small intestine. It's a big snake. And so the action of this is skinning the snake systematically. Now, this stuff has been lining your colon for years and years and years and years. You could have had stuff in your colon when you were born. You have accumulated this throughout your entire life. And think about it like this, there's some syrup on a branch, and then it rains and leaves fall onto it and it builds up, and then because there's more of it, then I guess this is a bad analogy. When you're thinking of a colon and you're thinking of some sticky stuff getting stuck to it, that sticky stuff makes it easier for more stuff to get stuck to it, and then once there's more sticky stuff that's stuck to this other sticky stuff, more sticky stuff can stick on the said sticky stuff on top of the sticky stuff on top of the sticky stuff. Now, once this happens, you have impactions in your colon. Your colon is smart, and it's going to try and widen itself and move itself at things so that things can move through. And so it'll turn into bowel pockets, it'll balloon and distend your intestine, and all this stuff creates pressure and creates a, obviously, antagonizing environment to your colon. You're going to be absorbing your nutrition poorly because you're going to have stuff lining the walls, and also you're going to have problems with your nervous system because there's a enteric nervous system. There's a bunch of nerve endings and a bunch of things going on in the small intestine that are directly related to the brain. There's also a lot of evidence that the bacterial dysbiosis produced by having all that crap in you is going to cause some not only immunal problems but mental health problems as well. The gut-brain connection is a real substantiated thing, and it's something that I've known for a while but never really was able to make the full picture that I'm doing now. So how does this happen, really? So the foods that are going to be doing this are going to be the meats and the dairies, which are incredibly hard to digest no matter how much you like them. And even more than that, we've got the processed starches, the white breads, the speckles of the insides, the white rice, all the processed refined starches. Really, they're like glue. And if you ever made paper mache, you would know that it's literally, you can use it as a frickin' paper mache. You can make paper mache with it. It's sticky. You can turn it into basically a hard golf ball, hard softball, and that will eventually catch up to you. And that's the sticky stuff that we're talking about. And if you're eating that, multiple times a day for years and years and years, taking antibiotics, which can create, issues and spasmings in the colon, it can kill a lot of the good bugs that are coming in and eating all this stuff. When you have this waste on your colon, you're going to need something to come and clean that up. And so that's what your body, nature, reactive as it is, comes in. And so that's why we have parasites. Parasites are way more real than most people want to believe, because it's pretty spooky and horrible, and I'd freaked out when I learned that could be a possibility. I've never seen one, believe me, but you best be damn sure that they're not there, because I've done every parasite cleanse or whatever under the sun. But what was I saying? So Then there's the fungus that will grow as a result. It needs to eat all these sugars up, and you're, these things love this stuff, and it's not going anywhere because our colon is so much longer than a carnivore's intestinal tract, than even an omnivore's intestinal tract. And it's different in its composition and the amount of pepsin and HCl in it, and the way it's ribbed and the villi are different in a lot of different ways, especially to that of a carnivore. And then we're combining foods that digest at completely different rates together, so there's a fermentation. Basically, this is putting all this lining on your stomach and in your colon, and this is one of the biggest problems that there is in terms of your overall health, because a lot of people say that your health begins with the gut, and I think that's true, and especially in my case, because I've had so much trouble with this. My nipple is exposed, and you're welcome. So I think that this is a growing issue, and people need to be really aware of this, because it's going to keep coming up, and if this generation doesn't become educated, because people are going to have a lot more issues even than we already have. You need to be able to digest your food. A lot of people, me in general, I've struggled with my weight in terms of being overly thin, and I think it's because I had so much stuff lining my colon, all this mucoid plaque. It's because that's what it is. It's black plaque that's been on your colon for who knows how long. And so if we don't get this out, then what are we going to do? And in my experience, I've done the colon herbs, I've done the bentonite clays, I've done 2 weeks on juice, 3 weeks on grapes. I had a lot of stuff come out of me, but in doing this colonics, I swear to God, you will be amazed. It's like Mount Vesuvius, freaking miles. I could have filled Guam. I'm being as open as possible because I don't care. It's honestly amazing. I was impressed. The amount of plaque and stuff that is just stuck in your colon and just begging to come out. And the fact that it didn't come out on this diet, honestly, it boggles my mind. And it's not meant to be there. There's no real argument. If you were in the room looking at it, you'd be like, how the hell is this in you? And you go again and again and again, and it's still coming out. You're like, oh, I didn't eat that much this week. I didn't eat that much last night. And then it starts to lessen and lessen and lessen. And it's interesting. So, I mean, you will basically clear the colon, and then you'll get to the small intestine, and that's where most of the stuff's going on. And so you just need to keep going at it, and your gut will know when it wants to release this stuff. And so you can go one day and nothing will come out. It'll look like nothing happened. You could think, oh, I'm clean. But you come back the next week and, acres of freaking chocolate rain are emerging out of your nether realm. And that's when, that's when the real fun starts. It's when you start hopefully feeling better. But this has a profound effect on the rest of your body, honestly. And you can find yourself feeling worse before you feel better, because all that crap coming out, it really does have a effect on you in terms of, I don't want to use platitudes like toxins being released and all that stuff, but there's motion in the ocean, and there's stuff coming out, and you could feel pretty bad. And it's made me feel pretty bad, but I've been sicker than most and have a lot of sensitivities, and I'm just an overall strange, fragile boy, so results will vary, but you've got to get it out, and in my experience, colonics are the only way. I've never done an enema because I feel like if you can afford it, colonics are far more effective, and I think that if you keep going, I mean, I'm amazed by how many times I've had to go. I don't know how many times you're going to have to go. I had terrible intestinal pain. If you don't have any, then maybe you'll have an easier go about it. But it's taken me 25 and I'm still going. So, it could be anywhere from 30 to 40 sessions. But you will get there. Hopefully. All right. I can't even see all my contacts in. This has been a 15-minute video. Jeez. I'm going to end it at the 15 mark. 1, 2, 3.